We want to know when these two are equal to each other. I would not have you guys ever try to solve this algebraically. All right, but what are you solving? If I'm going to set those two equal to each other, what are you solving for? It's not a trick question. What are you going to solve for? X. Just X. Not Y. Okay? And I purposely say this because I'm going to go to the calculator now. You're solving for X. So I saw a lot of people yesterday, and I've done it already, go to the calculator and you graph the two. Don't blame you. Great idea. You went to probably second trace, intersect, and you got that sucker as close as you could to one point of intersection. Enter, enter, enter. And you saw negative 0.98, which is about 0.99, and 1.956, which is about 1.96. And you probably circled choice 3. We're on our way. What did I just ask you a couple seconds ago? What are you solving for? X. What's that 1.96 on the calculator? That's your Y value. Okay, so that's why it's not choice 3, because 1.96 is the Y value, not the X value. Okay, so we do know it ends up at negative 0.99, but I don't see that anywhere else. Anybody else see negative 0.99 just as an X value? Me neither. Okay, so is there another value where it intersects? Yes, right here. Okay, so I go through the whole procedure again. Second trace, intersect, and now I go over here to the other point of intersection. Enter, enter, enter. Okay, 0.500. Go back to my choices. Anybody see 0.500? Are you kidding me? Right? That's where we are right now. We didn't find a solution yet. Are you kidding me? This is why this was such a cruddy question, and hardly any of my students got it right. There's another point of intersection. You just don't see it. Right? That's why I don't know. I don't have any not sympathy, but I don't have anything else for you there. All right? There is another point of intersection way up there. Okay? So I do need to change my window right now. Scummy, fine, that's a great word. All right? I'll keep it. I'll use it 6th period. All right? So I now need to change my window so I can see that point of intersection. So let me go, I don't know, 30 on the X max and Y max. I'll put 30 as well. Maybe I can see it there. Let's see. Here we go. Window. Change that Y max a little more, I guess. Yeah, calm down, Hannah. I see it. Let's try 30 again. I will still show you a way around it, though. All right? So you don't have to rely on the graph. Hey, all right. So second trace. Now we can go to intersect. Enter, enter, enter. And what do we get for an X value? About 11.28. 11.29 when you rounded it. I know that stinks. Here's another way around it if you don't want to use the graph at all. This is a multiple choice question, right? The answer's there. Remember that, the answer's there. What can I just do to each of these values and plug it in for X? You're not going to get them exactly equal to each other, but when you plug in 11.29 for X and store it in, yes, I heard that word already, store it in, these two sides will be about equal to each other. But when you plug in 1.96, it won't work. When you plug in 0.99, it will work, but 1.96 will not work. Okay? So it will be just 11.29. Cruddy. All right? Scummy. All right, can we go? We're going to go a little quicker now. Everyone all right on 5? Solve for X. None of the X values were there, so I had to change my window on the calculator. All right, 6. This one should go pretty quick. Here we go. 6. Let's do this. Who's got 8? 8. Here we go. I already know the answer, but here we go. If it's inside, Brendan, if it's inside, which direction am I moving? Left and right. If it's inside the parenthesis, I'm moving left to right. Since it's plus, I'm moving left A units. And then if it's on the outside, what choices do I have? Up and down if it's on the outside. Since it's minus, I'm going to go down B. Okay, so left A, down B. Choice 4. All good? That's a gimme right there. That's a MH. Must have, right? Hopefully. Okay, this one a little bit tougher. Hopefully, if you tried these out last night, you are starting to see they are getting a little tougher here. Here we go. Who's got 11? Okay, door's open, Hannah. You could have solved this multiple ways. I'll just listen to you. Okay, so you moved the 98 over and got negative 98. Okay, go ahead. Divide by 4, got it. Okay, all Hannah did was reduce it, everyone. That's all she did. Okay, and then how'd you get rid of the squared? Okay, and I'm going to stop you right there because you and your classmates are going to eliminate 2 answers for me right now. You are taking the square root of a negative number. So you know you're going to get what out eventually? An imaginary number, right? I. So we can automatically eliminate 1 and 3. All right, Hannah, here we go. X equals, what happens when you take, I'm going to get the I out. Okay, square root of 49. 7, right? Everyone see that? When you take the negative out, you get an I, and then square root of 49 is 7 over, still got the square root of 2, plus or minus. How do I get rid of that square root of 2, even though I know what's going to be the answer now? But what's that? Ooh, no. How do I get rid? Multiply top and bottom by radical 2. And that is how we end up getting plus or minus 7i radical 2 over 2. All right, choice 4. And I made Hannah go through all that because I don't know if this will ever be a part 2 or 3 question. But once you get here, you know you're not going to get 7i out because you should get just negative 49. That's it. Okay, so really you could have eliminated 2 at this step right here without going further. Right? Thank you, Hannah. Nice job. Any other questions here? You could have done quadratic formula. That would have been another way. I probably wouldn't have completed the square here. All right, because you'd have to divide by 4 first, but probably the way Hannah just did is a decent way. All right, 8, coming up with your own equation. I'm going to start whoever's going to do this off. There's no choice between sine and cosine. It's all cosine choices. So A, cosine, B, X. Here we go. That's where I'm going to start you. Here we go. 8? We already had, right? All right, you're not going again. 17? Anybody with the 17? Okay, here we go, Grace. Ready? Do you remember what the A represented? That's the altitudes of geometry. Calm down. Amplitude. I had given you guys a formula. I don't know. Is it on the, anybody take a quick look for me? Is it on the formulas you need to know, but not on the reference sheet? Did I put that on there? I think I kept that one on there. Is it? What number here, Emma? Number 7. Okay, so if you take a look at number 7, it's 1/2 max minus min. Okay, so here we go, Grace. What's the maximum this reaches, this graph? 1/2 minus what minimum does it reach? So it becomes plus 1/2. And that becomes, if they're both the same, the amplitude's 1/2. So we can get rid of which 2 choices now, Grace? 2 and 4 are gone. All right, now I got to find the B value. All right, do you remember the formula we used that had B in it, Grace? You are absolutely correct. Period equals 2 pi over B. The period is how long it takes to make one full curve. So if you look on the x-axis, Grace, how long did it take to make one full curve? Pi, all the way to pi. Does everyone see that? It took all the way to pi. So that's what I'm going to plug in for P, and I'm going to solve for B now. Cross multiply. Ready, Grace? Cross multiply. Pi times B, just pi, equals 2 pi. And then what do you want to do here to get B by itself? Yep. And B equals 2. So between choices 1 and 2, it looks like I'm going with choice 1, the B value of 2. The other way you could easily get away with doing this problem, calculator, but because you're graphing a cosine graph, make sure, anybody? Radian mode. Make sure it's in radian mode. You could change your window to go from 0 to pi, go by pi over 4s. Okay, you could also do it right in your calculator. Thanks, Grace. Whew, all right, this one had a lot of algebra on this one. A lot of algebra. Okay, let's hear from 1. Okay, well, I'm going to be honest. We're going to know how to do it here in the next 2 minutes. Ready? P of x equals R of x. How do you find R of x? Look in the problem, Matt. R of x is equal to x times S of x. What's S of x? Right? That's R of x right there. You see where I got that from? X times, okay, minus, I need more room, sorry. Minus C of x. What's C of x? All right, I won't have you do it. There you go. Now we got to simplify that. Everyone all right where I got all the, that's all this is right here. That's what that is right there. R of x minus C of x. Everybody good? Okay, Matt, let's go. What do I have to do over here first? Yep, go ahead. Okay, here's where some of you may have messed up. What do you have to do to that minus? Matt, what do I have to do with that minus? Where are we talking? I'm talking here now.
Oh, there, yeah. You got to change when you.
Every single sign needs to be changed inside because I'm subtracting. So now it's going to be minus 0.15 x cubed minus 0.01 x squared minus 2x minus 120. Everything gets changed inside because you're subtracting. All right, let's combine our like terms now, Matt. I always like to start with the highest exponent because I need it written in order. Is there anything to combine with? Nope. So that's going to be negative 0.15 x cubed. What about the squareds? Can I combine the squareds? Negative 0.01, negative 0.01. The x's now. I got 30 and I got 2x. 30 and negative 2x. 28x, and anything with the 120 I can combine. Nope, done. That's all this was. That's all it was. But it was tricky because 1, you had to figure out what R of x was first before you wrote it. And then 2, it was tricky because you had to distribute that negative sign. And I don't know what the answer would have came out to been if you left all these positive, but I'm sure it's up there somewhere. All right, thanks, Matt. Let's go. Part 2 question. Oh, this is MH right here. All over 27 is an MH must have. Easy 2 points here, maybe. We'll see. Come on. All right, I don't have time. Matt, who's doing this problem with me?
Mark.
Okay, let's go, Mark. Factor this. I'll make it easy on you. Is there anything I could take out right away? No. How many terms are there? Okay, 4 terms, no GCF, automatic. grouping. Here we go. What do you want to take out of the first set? X squared, what's left? What do you want to take out? Whoa, hey. What do you want to take out of the next one? And left with? What? Hold on a second. An x minus 1? 4 from 16. Did you say 4x?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it is. 4x. Everyone good? You know grouping's going well when you get the same factor inside the parenthesis. All right, finish it, Matt. Finish it, Mark. Just stop. Just stop. Just stop. This is where kids got it wrong last year. Why they get it wrong? Oh, I'll keep factoring for x squared plus 4. It's the difference of two perfect squares, not the sum, right? And that's as far as you can go. Do not, oh, this drives me insane. Do not try to solve it. Does anybody see solve for x or an equal sign anywhere? Let me check. No. All right. That's it right there. Done. Easy 2 points for you. Grouping. Congratulations. Don't go any further. Don't be a hero. Anything on that one before we get to the 30, the last one? Solving algebraically for x. By the way, I don't know if anybody has ever showed you this, why they put the term algebraically in. That's basically a signal for you cannot guess and check. If you are in desperation mode, they will not accept guess and check. So that's why they put that word algebraically there. Right? You cannot just plug in random numbers because you're desperate and you all of a sudden you hit the jackpot on the right one. They won't accept it. All right, here we go. Solving this radical one. Yep, good, good. Mark, who's doing it with me? Emma. Oh, here we go. Can't do anything unless the radical is isolated. That means by itself, Matt. Okay. Emma, get it isolated. Subtract the x. So I have square root of x minus 4 equals 6 minus x. Now it's isolated. How do I get rid of it, Emma? Square it. Yep. Both sides, right, to keep it even. So on the left side right now, I have x minus 4. On the right side, thank you, 6 minus x, 6 minus x. X minus 4, let's see, I did this out. 36 minus 12x plus x squared. I don't know, my just OCD kicks in right now. I can't handle the way that looks. I'm sorry, I can't do it. All right, I can't. I got to have that x squared in front, 12x in the middle, and the 36. All right, Emma, back to you. What's your next step here? Because we're solving. Get everything equal to 0. Yep, so move everything over. You get x squared. When I subtract the x, I get 13x. And when I add the 4, I get 40. This is not bad as far as a factoring problem goes. Two numbers that add to 40 but are going to give me negative 13. Yep. So x is going to equal 8. X equals 5. This is a 2-point question? Is this in the 2-point section? I believe so, yep. And people are only going to get half credit. You do all that work, half credit. Unfortunately, it is a radical equation, which means you may have to reject one of them, which you will here. Okay? Store it into your calculator, and you will find out. Go ahead. Ready? I already know it's going to be 5, so everyone store 5 in for x right now. Store 5 in for x. And then type into your calculator square root of x minus 4, and then plus x on the outside. Let me know if you get 6 or not. Sorry, it was supposed to be 8 we rejected, wasn't it? Well, go ahead. You please store it in 5. Do you get 6? Yeah, you get 6, so 5's good. But do the same thing now, storing it in for 8. Store in 8 and just copy paste now. And let me know what you get. Do you end up getting 6? Nope. So that's why little things here and there, little things. This problem isn't that bad. And then you get down to the end and you forget to check and you get a point instead of 2. All right. Any questions here? Ready to get this show on the road here today? Some new ones. Last day of this test. 11, here we go. I like these problems today. Okay, which binomial is a factor? I think you and I think on the same wavelength. What are you guys going to try to do right away? Okay, that's what I tried to do. Okay. That right? Oh, I'll do it. Don't do it. Don't waste your white space. I'll do it for you. So that's what I tried to do. Hey, why not group, right? So I took out an x squared, and I was left with x squared minus 4. Everyone all right? And then I took out a negative 4. And I was left with x minus 2. That's a problem. Can't group that because these need to be the same. Okay, so grouping's out. All right, sorry, everybody. Grouping's out. And to be honest, factoring is out here. Remember, we have gone over a few of these already. Ready? If this, let me just take choice 1. If this is going to be a factor, what would be an answer then? X equals 2. And if I plug 2 in, and it's an answer, what should I get out? There we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to test all these answers and see which one, yes, will give me 0 when I plug them in. If it gives me 0, it's a solution. If it doesn't give me 0, it's not a solution. All right, so go ahead, start storing in these answers. You should hit it pretty quickly. What are you finding out right away is a solution when you get 0 out? First one, yep. Other ways? Hey, other ways you may want to do this? I don't know how many of you are into this, long division. You could do long division, see where you get a remainder of 0. You could also synthetically divide and see where you get a remainder of 0. Other options. Okay, there's other options there. Everyone all right here? Okay. Just a pre-warning, we cannot freak out at this next one. Okay, just by the looking at it. You haven't read a word of it. You cannot freak out by the way it looks. All right, we ready to go? I'm going deep here. Here we go, 34. All right, 34. We can't do this. Because I've lost you already. If you start and it's not, and you're going to find out it's really not that bad. This is a 4-pointer. The first 2 points are not bad at all. Okay. The key to these problems where they give you this huge equation that looks pretty intimidating, find out what each variable means. All right? So as I answer that phone, that's what you're going to do. Mr. Carlino. You got it. Yep, bye-bye. Main office visit, anybody? Yes, Jack, see you later. Yes. All right, let's get going. He's not in trouble, he's leaving, so settle down. All right. Go through here with me, ready? M is my mortgage payment. P is the principal amount of the loan, the amount you start out with. R would be my rate, monthly rate, and N would be number of monthly payments. Everyone ready to go? Find, with no down payment, determine Jim's mortgage payment. So what am I looking for? His mortgage payment. Which letter? M. This makes this great because now I just got to plug in for everything over here now. So what's his mortgage payment? rounded to the nearest dollar. Okay, so help me fill it all in now, guys. P, principal. What money is he starting out with?
Oh, no.
Principal amount of the loan. He's making no down payment. He's not going to take a loan on $0.
Wait, I thought principal is how much you're putting down.
No, that's called a down payment. Putting down payment. Okay. Principal is what you're taking the loan out for, which would be $172,600, right? Everybody good? Matt, good now? No, I don't want, I guess. Are we okay on why the principal is the money we're loaning? Okay, because it's going to get even crazier down here. Rate. I know some of you want to just plop that 0.305% in there because it's already a decimal. Plug it in. No, that's percent. When you plug it in, it's got to be as a decimal, so I still have to divide it by 100 or move it over 2 places. So I'm not going to plug in 0.305, 0.00305 times 1 plus the rate we already found. And here could come up another snag. What's N again? That's the number of monthly payments. We're taking it out for 15 years. I'm not plugging in a 15 there. Monthly payments. Monthly. So in 15 years, how many monthly payments am I going to make? 15 times 12, which would be 180 payments. All over. 1 plus the rate again, 0.00305, raised to the n, which we already found was 180, minus 1. And I don't want to hear, oh, that looks so tough there. We have darn calculators that have darn fraction templates on them. You can literally type in your screen right now the way we just wrote it. Okay? We can type it in as is. So please practice that right now and see if we all get to the nearest dollar the same mortgage payment.